the most important thing is just to bring the spark and to bring the aggressiveness on both ends.
Thanasis for the jammer.
I just have to keep the same intensity because that's the number one thing that I think the team needs from me and the coaches need. If tomorrow I go and I buy you a Ferrari and I give it to you, you're going to be very, very happy. But then after a month, you're going to call me because you want to give it back to me. Why is that? Because
I can't afford the maintenance.
Exactly. That's a lot of taxes, a lot of gas. You can't park it here in the snow. So basically, nobody can get something they don't deserve. That's how it works. Like after a little bit, it was gonna show, and if you can't produce, you just can't. That's what happens.
Καλησπέρα Θανάση.
Καλησπέρα, τι γίνεται?
Όλα καλά εσύ?
Good.
Well, I would like to ask you first of all, how you feel you are back on the rotation in the last games, and what is the biggest difference of the team in the last couple of games?
First of all, I feel great, man. I feel great. Just being back out there, help the team. With fans in the building, having people in the building come watch some games, it's a different feeling. A couple of games has been good, just try. We've been on a tough stretch, we were in a tough road trip. It was a tough road trip, to go from Cleveland to Denver, and then from Denver to Utah. Like we had the altitude back to back, and then Phoenix, and then OKC. Like this go like back and forth was tough, but. We want to show character, and after, it's tough. Sometimes it's tough to, have a good comeback after like losing a bunch of games in a row. But I think we did a good job.
And a quick follow-up, will we hit the court again when Giannis will hit the free throw shots?
No, first of all, it's funny, but I've done this like. People who are next to me have seen me done this like a lot of times, and now I have to stop because I think it's taking away stuff from like the actual game. It's more of a brother thing. It's not even like, but he doesn't need me, man, to make free throws. He doesn't need this. It's more for me.
Thank you.
Jim Ozarski.
Thanasis. In this couple games here, everyone, Bud has talked about your energy. Pat's talked about it. I don't know. I guess for you, I know you're out there to play defense, contribute as you can. But what does that feel like for you when the team looks for you to do that on the court? You know what I mean? Like, they're looking for that kind of spark in a moment maybe where they don't have one or they're lacking one.
Feels great. Feels good. Feels amazing actually. Just to be able to. I appreciate the aspect of the game and be able to help the team in any way I can. Because every game differs. Every game, one game I might need to go to the glass. The other game I might need to switch and play defense and got some players. Another game I might need to be in attack mode, and facilitate or whatever the case might be. And it varies, but the most important thing is just to bring the spark and to bring the aggressiveness on both ends.
I want to get your perspective on something. Zora asked Giannis after a couple games ago about how he was been able to stay kind of calm and not get so frustrated after losing these games. And Giannis said, maybe last year I would have been, and I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to be a better teammate. You're around him every day. Did he want to work on that? Is it fatherhood? What do you think you've seen?
I think it's definitely father. It's a lot. You grow once you grow up. He's 26 now, 25, 26, and you understand there is a process. And you trust the process. You're more patient. Obviously, you're more patient when you have a kid. Like you learn how to be more and more patient, and then you have to. I think for me. He has to become even more patient with himself too. He's been punching through a wall, just for so long. And I think that's why he's him. But at the same time, I feel like the way he trusts the process this year and try to get everybody together is good.
Lori Nickel.
Coach said that maybe you were doing really well with offensive rebounding. I actually wondered if that's something you've worked on to improve. And then also I wanted to ask, Giannis always was grateful to you on the bench because you knew how many timeouts were left. You knew what defenses people were playing or switching.
Yeah.
You have his audience, his trust. But what about the rest of the team, especially the new guys? Did it take you a little bit to sort of ingratiate to the stuff that you know about this team?
No, like not at all. Like they're so accepted. Like they accept, what we say, and not just me. In general, like what we say to each other, and that's one of the great parts of it. That's how we excel, and that's how we were able to like get off this tough stretch. We've been going. It's been difficult, and not just to get a win on a back-to-back, being tired, and being on losing streak is not easy. It's not easy, but trusting each other, talking to each other, and the other thing, the most important thing is, in order to stay ready for the game, I have to know those things. I have to like be on every play. I don't know when I'm gonna go in, so I have to anticipate that every play I'm going in.
Eric, name?
I'm curious for you. Everyone wants your energy, right? Like that's the thing that they want. But at times it's gonna be, you're physical, but that also means you're a little bit handsy, and that means you draw a foul. Like, how have you struggled at all with the balance of like, I need to be physical, I need to bring the energy, but I can't foul? Like, because there's been games where you pick up a quick one, and does that affect your energy or affect the way that you feel about things?
No, it would be a problem like the past years, but not this year. It's just more or less that, now like coach knows exactly what it is. Like I'll go in, okay, because I'm most of the times it is like the fouls I get, like I feel like the fouls I get are in the right spot. If you notice, every foul I get, like the guy goes to the line and doesn't make the free throws, or he will go to the line, and just because the way I play, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop being aggressive because they're gonna call fouls. Now, I'm not gonna put my hands in. I'm gonna use my body more, do all this kind of stuff. But the thing is, I just have to keep the same intensity because that's the number one thing that I think like the team needs from me and the coaches need. And the second of all is the pressure. Like when you call with the second unit has to put the pressure in, get them tired, then the first unit comes in and swoops it up. That's it.
So one thing I was kind of interested by last night was everyone was talking about Drew and how funny he is and like the jokes that he cracks. And I've always been fascinated with the team that you've been in the last couple of years because it's a very serious bunch. Like Giannis is very serious, Chris is very serious, Bud is very serious. How does Drew being lighter, joking around, having a good, like, how does that play with this team? And, does it give you guys something that maybe you lacked in other years?
I mean, first of all, to be honest, like I know we've been, we had Blado, Sirius, Giannis, and Chris, but man, we had an amazing time last year too. Like pre-game warm-ups with, Rob and Wes, Kyle, like all these guys. It was great. And even this year, like it makes it even better, to have like Drew joking around, being lighter, and at the same point, I feel like it's so important. Like people don't understand this. Like even me or him, to be able to joke and put up a smile and this, and then get on the court and be so aggressive, and be decisive and have this energy it's amazing. Because most of the times people who do this they tend to be really serious. They tend to be really like, okay, I'm locked in now and this is what I do. But to be able to joke around then when your number is called, go in and play like this, it's charisma. It's a gift. Like not a lot of people can do it.
Thank you.
Zora Stevenson?
The theme of today seems to kind of be your energy and your spunk and your passion. How is that kind of a reflection of not just Thanasis, the basketball player, but Thanasis, the person? How do you feel like the energy that we see on the basketball court is who you are as a person as well?
Oh, man, I'll tell I'm really positive. As a person, I'm really positive. I'm always like smile. You never see, like it's rarely you'll see me not smile. But to be honest with you, people, I've got this a lot of times. Like when I played, and people who haven't talked to me, they would be like, "You're totally different." I mean, person, like you're so like smiling, you're so like playful and everything. But when I step on the court, is like in order to bring what I need to bring to the team, I have to play this way.
Last follow-up, you said most of the time when you foul, the person doesn't make the free throw. Is that because you foul them hard and they can't make it?
No,
or
no,
is
no,
there...
no, no. It's not because of that. It's not because of that. It's because of it's more or less because of it's either I will foul them in a spot they didn't think that was going to get fouled on, or because I actually don't foul them, and they actually feel bad, like, oh, this guy's so physical, he didn't even foul me, and they called it. So they go to the free throw line, and they miss from guilt.
Okay.
Steve McGargy.
I'm just wondering, you were in the rotation earlier this season, fell out for a few weeks, then got back the last few games. What did you kind of spend those last few weeks working on when you were out of the rotation? What did you kind of learn from that first go round a couple months ago that you're carrying forward now?
Yeah, my first go around was great. We had a great stretch from Miami and so forth. Like we went on a roll, we won a lot of games, and then I was out for I think a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 games in this road trip, and the most important thing I had to work on is just stay ready. Just stay ready, and understand what the team needs, and don't lose focus. Because it's easy to lose focus when you don't play a lot of games, and then you come in and then you play out of character. Or maybe I come in and I start or jacking up shots or playing out of the system. I haven't been not being in the rotation, and then you feel like most of the guys would feel like, oh, I gotta come in and prove myself and do this. Most important thing for me was stay mentally prepared, and when you go in, do exactly what you need to do in order to win. And that's what we did.
All right, back to Lori Nickel for one more.
I don't know how it is in Greece. I know you brothers are close, but here in the United States, brothers can be very competitive, so much so that they almost want to make their own name, if you know what I mean. So I think your career high right now in games played, minutes and all that. Do you enjoy the fact that you're kind of making your own name by having real rotation minutes, not preseason minutes, not garbage time minutes, but real? What does that mean for you? Because it always seems to me that you embraced the brother part of it, but I know you're competitive and confident too. This is kind of showing everybody, right, that you're not just on the team because you're an Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. Man. It's so crazy. I had the same conversation, like it was 4 months ago in an interview, right? And it would be like, man, what do you feel, playing the same team, or like feeling maybe you're part of the team because you're his brother or whatever. So the greatest example I can give you is this. So, Lord, if tomorrow I go and I buy you a Ferrari tomorrow, and I give it to you, you're going to be very, very, very happy, right? But then after a month, you're going to call me because you want to give it back to me. Why is that? Because
I can't afford the maintenance.
Exactly. That's a lot of taxes, a lot of gas. You can't park it here in the snow. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. So basically, nobody can get something they don't deserve. It's like that's how it works. Like after a little bit, it was gonna show, and if you can't reproduce, you just can't. That's what happens. Now that I'm in the rotation, to the question is that I'm very, very happy. I work really, really hard, and I feel like I have so much more to give. But at the same time, that's not the point. The point is to win games. The point is to win games, and feel good, and be part of the team. And not like everybody wants to be. I don't know how you guys call it. Is that clock? What's the word in Greek in the clock? The clock. No. In the clock you have clogs. You know how you have like this, and everything's working. Yeah, like pieces. everybody wants to be the big piece. Everybody wants to be the shiniest thing. But in order to work, you need everything in order to work. So you have to do your job, do it at the highest level. And then when nights come, there going to be nights that you explode and it's impressive. And there will be nights that you just have to do your job. And it's underrated. I'm telling you, it's underrated. Just doing your job and getting wins, That's it.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
All right, thanks, Thanasis.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Have a great day, guys. Oh, no. One last thing. Just want to say thank you to the fans. It was amazing just having them in the building. Man, it's a different feeling, you don't understand how much we need you guys. Like just to see smiley faces, we scored a basket, just to see you guys cheer, just see you guys, enjoy the game. It was amazing. Really, I thought about it before I went to sleep. It was a great feeling. Thank you guys.
Did you hear people when you did
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You could
And
hear
it was
the difference?
How many people were? 1,500. I feel like, man, I can't even imagine. I can't wait to see the progress and we get more people in the building. Stay safe.